Hey, what is going on YouTube and how's everyone doing? It's the Gamer Liking here, and today I'm bringing you guys a TF2 beginner's guide for Demoknighting. Now, a note, this is not an advanced guide or intermediate guide. I will not be going into how to trimp and stuff like that. If you guys want to check that out, then I will be posting a video on that very soon. So in this video, I'll just be covering some of the beginner stuff, some of the basics to help. Alright, to start things off, we have some of the lingo. There is a bash and slash, and we have trimping. Bash and slash is when you charge forward with your shield, you hit the opponent with your shield, so that's some damage output right there, and then you swipe with your sword, hence the slash. So that is a bash and slash. It's very effective for new players who are learning, trying to figure out what time to swipe the sword. It's much easier if you go and hit the enemy with the sword and then hit them real quick. But note that when hitting someone with the sword, or when bashing someone with the shield, it also knocks back the enemy significantly. So if you hit like a heavy, it's not going to knock them back too much. If you hit a scout, the scout's going to go flying across the map. Now, trimping is when you charge up your shield on an angle, like if there's like a little ramp or something, you jump and right before you land, you charge your shield and it causes you to go flying across the air. You can turn in all kinds of stuff. You can go into different types of corners, attack enemies that way. Now, I will be covering that more in depth in my intermediate video, which will be coming out soon. Alright, so the next thing that I want to be getting into is turning. Alright, so when you're playing a Demoknight, you have 3 different shields to choose from. You have the basic charge and charge, which is like the main shield that everyone gets. It's the one you start off with. You have the splendid screen, and you have the tide turner. Now, in terms of movement, if you charge, you're gonna go straight. You're not gonna have much turn ability or flexibility if you're using the charge and charge or the splendid screen. The tide turner is different in that you have full turn control. You could turn exactly how you'd be turning if you were just normally playing around. So with the splendid screen and the charge and charge, it is wise to use the boots, as the boots do give you a health boost. So like the boots, or you have the little pirate boots, or you have the Alibaba's wee booties, which give you 25% health, or not 25%, they give you 25 points of health, and they give you some turn flexibility. If you also want turn flexibility with the same stats, like if you want to use the charge and charge and also want turn flexibility, I believe you can use an Xbox 360 controller on the PC, and that will give you some greater turn flexibility. The next thing that I want to get into is I want to get into the charge. So when you charge your shield, when you bash or when you run towards somebody, there's a little meter next to the shield, and that's the shield charge to show you when you can charge. Now that little meter at the bottom, it goes from green to yellow to red. In the green zone, you will do normal damage, unless you obviously hit them with the shield. In the yellow zone, you will do a mini crit damage, and in the red zone, you will do a full-on critical damage attack, which is what most Demoknights hope for. That's what you're going to try to get. That is your goal, to put out the most maximum damage output. Now, there's a lot of questions concerning whether someone should use the charge and charge or the splendid screen. Charge and charge is more effective defensively, and splendid screen is more effective offensively. So you balance it out. Do you want more defense? Do you want a survivability? Or do you want to put out more damage? I will also be putting on all statistics of all 3 shields, so I'm going to put that on the screen right now. Okay, so the next thing I want to get into is playstyle. A lot of new players, when they first get their shield and their first sword, they go and they play an extremely offensive playstyle. They go and attack enemies, they run towards them and stuff. That is not what you want to do. Repeat, that is not what you want to do when you're playing a Demoknight. Now, if you look on the character selection under the defensive players, he's a defensive player, and just because you get a new weapon does not mean you can change your playstyle. If a heavy switches from his regular minigun to a Natasha, he doesn't play completely differently. Demoman is the same way. Just because you have a sword and a shield, you need to play defensively. What this means is you can go to the enemy's base, go near them, but wait for them to come to you. Do not go to the enemies. That will get you killed. You might run into a heavy or a pyro. Pyros are a great weakness. They can push you back with their air blast, and once they catch you on fire, they are faster than you, so you will need to watch out for that. A defensive playstyle is is like, okay, so if you look on the screen, I'm going to their base, I'm attacking them, and I'm running right back out, or I'm going to find some health. That is a defensive playstyle. You want to play defensively. You want to play like there's an enemy around every corner, and playing like that will help you survive in not just a Demoman or Demoknight, but any class. And the last thing I want to get into, because we're coming to an end here, time limit's running out a little bit. Last thing I want to get into is using your grenade launcher alongside with your sword and your shield, and that will work extremely effectively. Most people use the lock and load. It's an extremely great weapon for a Demoman. You just need to know how to aim right. You hit a heavy with the Demoman, with one of the lock and load pipes. You bash at them and swing, boom, one swing, they're dead if you get a critical hit. So remember that you have your grenade. You shouldn't solely be using just your shield and your sword. It's not as effective as if you're using your grenades. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys had a great time and learned something. I certainly enjoy doing this, so you know, it really helps if you guys like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.